Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. In today's video I have these Rosalind Polygels in the color opal and in the color soft pink. These are 60mm tubes, so you do get a very good amount of product. I'm going to go ahead and be removing that plastic wrapping from the boxes. So here is how the boxes look. The one thing I really liked about these boxes is that it actually indicates the polygel color. These boxes are super pretty. I really love the color, and it really did match the polygel color as well. I'm gonna go ahead and just be removing them from the packaging. Then I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a close look at these polygel tubes. And so here is how they look, really pretty colors. So here we did want to go ahead and show you guys the difference between each polygel tubes. The first one we have here is the 60mm tubes, then we have the 30mm tube, and then lastly we have the 50mm tube. Now enjoy the swatches. Here's how the colors look side by side. I definitely think the soft pink color in this lighting definitely looks more like a nude tone, but it's definitely a really light baby pink color. But here is how my natural nails look. As you guys know, I did have to cut them last month, but I am definitely going ahead and wanting to grow them out a bit to kind of do one video that I really wanted to do. But anywho, here's how they look. I'm going to go in and be using both of the polygel tubes, and I'm also going to go ahead and be using forms. I'm going to start by removing that sticker and be placing it under the form to add more strength to the nail form. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and show you guys something really quick. So since I am keeping my nails longer, it's hard for me to actually put the nail form under my nail. So here I'm going to go ahead and be customizing the form. So first off, I'm going to start by going ahead and kind of be showing you guys that it's not going to fit right. It's not going to fit, it's just going to sit basically on my skin, and the polygel is going to end up going under my nail, under my skin, and that's not something we want. We want it to only be on top of the nail, and we only want to build an extension to my nail, correct? So what I'm going to go ahead and be doing is, like I said, customizing the form. I'm going to go ahead and start by tearing the end of the form there, and now I'm going to go ahead and be getting an estimate of the width of my natural nail. Once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and be creating a little bit of some incisions onto my form here to go ahead and just make sure that it fits snug fit. I'm using these cuticle scissors, and I'm basically going to go ahead and just cut a little bit farther away than my actual width of my natural nail to make sure that I'm not overcutting, you know. Otherwise the form is going to end up fitting a little bit smaller and it's not going to fit perfectly. So I'm basically just cutting sort of triangles here. I also want to call them cat ears because it looks like a cat at the end when I finish cutting it. But yeah, I'm just basically cutting that, and once I have that done, that's basically it. Really simple and really fast, and it just helps the form fit so much better. Once I have that, this is how it looks. Like I said, it looks like a little cat right there. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm making sure that I kind of fold the form now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I place it under my natural nail. It was a little bit harder for me to place it under there because my phone was in my face, or I believe it, no, actually this video was recorded with my camera, but it was really hard to actually see where my natural nail was. But look at the difference, it just fits so snug under there. You can even see the form on my natural nail since my natural nails are kind of like white clear. But yeah, here's how it looks. It fits super better. Now I'm going to go ahead and just close the little flaps on the form, and that is basically it. Hopefully this helps you guys. And now we're ready for our application. Here I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a side profile as well, so you guys can see basically just how beautiful it fits. So here is how all of the forms look once I went ahead and finished placing them onto my natural nail. We're going to go ahead and begin with using this XXC base coat. I'm going to go ahead and apply one thin layer to each and every single nail. Then I'm going to go ahead and then cure for 30 seconds. I'm going to be using this soft pink polygel. I'm going to grab some with my spatula, then place it onto my natural nail. Once I have that done, I'm going to start by gently patting that towards the cuticle area. Once I have that filled, I'm going to start by working on the left side wall, making sure that I first fill my natural nail before actually extending my natural nail length. So I'm just making sure that I fill that gap there very gently and very well. Then I'm going to go ahead and now work on the opposite side wall, just making sure that I fill that gap there right by the cuticle area, and then I'm going ahead and just pulling the excess polygel towards the free edge to go ahead and build my shape and extend my natural nail. So for today's set, I'm going to go ahead and be doing some round nails. I usually go for almond nails, but I think the design that I chose for today's set wouldn't look as good as if I would have done almond nails. So I wanted to go ahead and just stick with some round nails. I think this is the first set I've done that are round, and I actually really like the outcome of them. But I also do want to mention that I did have a little mistake here. I added too much polygel. When I applied too much of a thick layer, it's not going to go ahead and cure underneath, so we do have to go ahead and fix that. So yeah, later on when I'm removing the forms, you guys are going to go ahead and be able to see that. So just going to go ahead and give you guys a heads up with that when working with forms. Make sure you're using very thin layers of polygel, otherwise it's not going to cure underneath. Now I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and enjoy watching the rest of my polygel application.
In every song, in every wrong, beautiful to see the world that way. You'll say yes to anything, believe in what they say. Take a walk with your ultraviolets that fill my soul. Your ultraviolet. And every time I know the truth, speaking one way between me and you, and I'm fine on my own. So I wrote this song to serenade the ultraviolets all alone. She knows everything there is to know, and of course she does. Just smile and hush, and in my eyes I fall asleep. Your gracious touch is numbing me. My best dark suit I'll wear for free, looking stylish for make-believe. Ooh, you're so smart with your ultraviolets, broken silence, your ultraviolet anyway. And every time I know the truth, speaking one way between me and you, and I'm fine on my own. So I wrote this song to serenade the ultraviolets all alone.
So here is how all of the nails look once I went ahead and finished doing my first layer of polygel. As you guys can see, they look very similar in color, but once I go in and apply the second layer, you're definitely able to see the difference in the color. And I highly recommend this opal color by Rosalind. It's a perfect milky white. Now I'm going to go ahead and be removing the forms, and as I mentioned earlier, I did have too much of a thick layer, so some of it did not cure underneath, but I did go ahead and just fix that by going ahead and just simply brushing it underneath, and then I went ahead and then just cured on the underside to perfect that. So here is how all of the nails look once I went ahead and finished doing that. Now I'm going to go ahead and be showing you guys me applying a second layer to the index and to, I believe, the ring finger. I did not show me applying the second layer to each and every single nail because I didn't want to bore you guys, but hopefully you guys enjoy this part. I left it again in real time so you guys can actually see the process. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and then I'll be back shortly.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind. And she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. Now I take the long way home, avoid what I can't let go. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue, 'cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn, back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were. I don't always think about you till First Avenue, that's when I do. That's when I do. I guess the truth is I can't leave memories.
So after applying that second layer of polygel, this is how all of the nails turned out. Really pretty. I absolutely love the color, sort of sheer. But definitely I think the opal one is my favorite. Now I'm going to go in with some alcohol and a lint-free wipe and just remove that tacky layer because we are going to go ahead and start filing. Using my hand file, I'm going to go ahead and start by perfecting my sidewalls, making sure that they're very crisp and making sure that I basically have no polygel on my skin. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and also make sure that I round out the free edge just to get that perfect round oval shape. I'm also going to go ahead and be placing my hand file underneath just to make sure that I remove any unevenness or anything like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy the process for the rest of the nails.
Think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue.
I'm going to be using this extra fine ceramic round top safety bit. I'm going to turn my EFA to 15,000 RPMs, and I'm basically going to go ahead and just start by sealing the cuticle area to each and every single nail. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to start by going ahead and gently removing any bulk by the free edge. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy watching this process.
Soon after the sun is up, before the day is over, I will be yours. Loose laughter softens up tension in my shoulder. Let's take a walk let's go get lost. You know I can't go alone. From the north side pavement, and of course I gave it. You know I can't go all alone. We could stay home, but we might regret not getting outside yet. It's such beautiful weather. I could go out on my own. That would be a shame. Be a lot better if you could.
So here is how the nails look after I did go ahead and lightly buff them off camera. But overall, I really love this shape. I can't believe I haven't done this shape before. I definitely prefer this one over the almond shape. But now I'm going to go ahead and be doing some nail art. So first I'm going to go in with some Model's top coat, apply one thin layer, then cure for 60 seconds. I'm going to be using this Rosalind stamping gel and a liner brush, and I'm basically going to go ahead and just fill that cuticle area in. Just a little bit, not too much either. For this nail, I am going to go ahead and be doing the shadowing effect, so I'm making sure that I first do all of my nail art first, and I also do want to mention to not cure at all either. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean up any gel polish I got on my skin. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw a line down the middle, and I'm kind of creating a little bit of squiggly effect right by the other side, if that makes any sense. I'm creating an icicle nail here, and the thing about icicle nails is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You want to try to make sure that the lines are not too straight or anything like that, otherwise it's not going to look like an icicle. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. So here is how the icicle nail looks. Super pretty. Now I'm going to go in with this extra fun iridescent glitter and this recycling tray that helps pick up any glitter, so I basically don't waste any of it. I'm going to go ahead and go in and just grab a lot of that glitter, just like so. Once I have my glitter, I'm going to go ahead and place my finger onto the little recycling tray here, and then I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle that glitter all across the nail. I'm going to shake away any of that excess, then cure for 60 seconds. So here is how the nail looks after. I'm going to go in with my brush to remove any of that excess glitter, and that is basically it. I'm going to go and let you guys go and enjoy watching the rest of the nail art designs that I have. So here is how the set finally turned out. Let me know what you guys think down below. I absolutely love these polygel colors as well. I do also have a 5% off discount code linked in the description if you guys are interested in these polygels. They're absolutely great quality and super easy to use. I highly recommend them. But overall, this design was definitely one of my favorites. It's very neutral, really Christmassy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today.